guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Fuss from Kyuujin, and today we are back at you guys for one last time with Cowboy Bebop. Episode 26, the finale, part 2.
Yes. So last episode, there was a coup. Vicious tried to overthrow the elders in the Red Dragon, and at first he didn't manage, but then he did.
Yeah,
and he killed all of them. So he's the new leader. But before he managed to kill them all, when he tried and he got captured, they basically decided to kill everyone who was involved in the coup, which is weird because they went after Spike as well as Julia, and I'm like, Spike isn't supposed to be in the syndicate anymore. He says so.
No.
Maybe it's a live or death thing where, you know, if you're not dead, you're still, you know, involved, and they were paranoid.
You can never leave a syndicate.
Yeah, but in any case, they went after him, and Julia she was fleeing. She found Faye, and when she figured out who she was, she told her to send Spike to the graveyard, because we saw what happened back then. She stayed with Vicious and stuff, and she didn't join Spike so that they both could live. And Spike pretended to die so the syndicate would leave him alone, and he wanted to flee with Julia, and she never showed up. So he got the message. They fought. The Bebop is in shambles, like it's been almost destroyed. Jet is hurt. Faye and Jet are staying at the Bebop while Spike goes to the graveyard, and once he showed up...
Sauve ta belle!
Yeah, something like that. And when he showed up, Julia pulled a gun on him, and this is where we are.
Julia, what are you doing? Why?
I don't know. Maybe she's trying again to save his life by, you know, he needs to pretend to die a second time.
Again?
I don't know. If they're gonna go after him because they still think he's alive, maybe this is how we end this.
But
he dies a second time and
or for real this time.
Or for real this time.
No.
But then why did you pull a gun on him? I don't know. You're supposed to love him. We'll see. It's been years, so who knows. In any case, let's jump in this episode and see what happens. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys, if you want to see more of these reactions, and check out our Patreon for the full-length reaction.
In the meantime, let's go.
No opening. I wanted to dance! What the fuck?
You cannot dance? Why?
Because it's the finale. It's important. Can you explain, girl?
Yeah.
My hair.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was with Vicious and he started being with her, and that's why Vicious hates him.
Wow.
We got this whole thing wrong. Is it too late?
The girl.
Is it too late?
Oh man.
We thought we finally knew the whole story, and we're still questioning what happened. I got no weapons? He kind of betrayed him, so you gotta be careful.
Or you're gonna get killed. Oh!
Finally.
People are gonna die today. Fudge.
Fucking hell. Can't let go of a fucking grudge, this guy.
She was a sweet lady with a lot of munitions.
It's gonna be a last stand, my girl. They're all there. Vicious needs to go down. He kills friends like this? Don't die together, please. And we can't help this time. You don't think like that. You do care. You say you don't, but you always show up.
Yeah.
They both want to be there. They both want to help.
Always.
Mysterious and badass.
普通の女綺麗で危なくてほっとけない普通の女悪魔みたいな天使か天使みたいな悪魔かも
It's us against the world, baby. They do look like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yeah. Please do not run out of munitions. Oh shit. She got shot? No.
A bit too late. Oh, don't make this all cinematic. Fuck. He just got her back. It's kind of like her spirit is leaving.
Yeah.
Aww. Fucking Spike can't catch a break.
Oh man.
He's gonna turn mad. Oh my god.
Spike は今どこにいる?
That was a long time ago.
生きる者はすべて自分の星を持っている。命が尽きるとき、星もまた流れて消えゆく。奴の星は流れようとしている。バカバカしい。信じられるか。
I don't want to believe it
死を
either.
恐れるな。恐れなければ、それはただ優しく見守っているだけだ。
He's saying we're gonna lose Spike.
No, 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 no. Please no.
ビシャス様、これが女のパスポートも入ったままです。簡単にこの星からは出られないはず。
行き場をなくした獣か。奴はもうどこにも戻れない。奴は来る。
This guy can't let go of a fucking garage, and because of that, people died.
He doesn't care.
I know. His name is Vicious. I don't expect much, you know.
To be all sunshine and daisies.
Are you a ghost?
スパイク、お前。
Ooh.
なんか食い問題か。腹ペコなん
Oh,
だ。
he's so... No, he's not there. He's acting like a guy who's about to go kill himself.
こんな話知ってるか？ある虎猫がいた。好きでもないいろんな飼い主たちに飼われ
He's
た
talking
が
about himself.
100万回死に。猫は死ぬのは怖くなかった。そいつは白いメス猫に会い、2匹は一緒に幸せに暮らした。やがて月日が経ち、白い猫は年を取って死んじまった。虎猫は100万回泣いて、そして死んだ。もう二度と生き返らなかった。
That is not your fate, man. No, 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 no.
俺はこの話が嫌いだ。俺は猫が嫌いだ。だと思ったぜ。スパイク、一つだけ聞いていいか。
Maybe he's saying that because he doesn't want it to be his fate.
女のためか。死んだ女のためにできることなんてないさ。
Dude, you gotta move on. That's life.
どこ行くのなんで行くのいつかあんた言ったわよね過去なんてどうでもいいってあんたの方が過去に縛られてる
この目を見ろ。事故でなくして片っぽは作り物だ。
Oh, we finally get that answer.
その時から俺は片方の目で過去を見て、もう一方で今を見てた。目に見えてるもんだけが現実じゃない。
So it had nothing to do with experiments.
Could have been.
覚めない夢でも見てるつもりだったんだ。いつの間にか覚めちまってた。
私記憶戻ったのいいことなんて何にもなかった
There's nothing left.
帰る場所なんてどこにもなかったここしか帰る場所がなかった
Like you said. No. But he's leaving.
どこ行くのなんで行くのわざわざ命を捨てに行くってわけ
He said himself he
死にに
just
行くわけ
died.
じゃない。俺が本当に生きてるかどうか確かめに行くんだ。
Ah, the writing in this episode. Faye, what the fuck?
I just fixed that.
She can't. She can't.
Oh.
His story implies that when she died, he died too, and he never came. Like it's over. He can't come back from this. He
Back
says
from
he
hunger?
hates.
Yeah.
He says he hates that story. So I think like he's feeling the story, but he kind of wants to move on from it.
It's not over for me.
He doesn't want to. Yeah, he doesn't want this to be his end. But it's difficult. Oh, we're getting a song too. It's the last showdown. We were friends, man, and then we betrayed each other too many times.
No time for this bullshit.
And I mean, to be fair, if he lets him live Vicious, if he lets Vicious live, he's never gonna let. Yeah,
Always.
it's kind of like a My Name showdown.
Yeah.
And I will say it again, he's getting fucked up, but I don't say it again, the writing in this episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing the right thing, man. You might die, but no regrets.
No.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's all or nothing. This guy needs to die. And again, he brought a sword to a gunfight, so... Come on, Spike.
Oh man.
He's losing a lot of blood. Oh no, man!
You need to invade.
Oh, it looks good. It's similar. Miss Scar, let's go. I'm still amazed that he can win with a sword when the other guy has a gun.
Yeah.
Can Spike fight? Oh, okay. I was like, can you fight with a gun with a sword? Oh, they both got each other.
No, no, no.
Oh, that's beautiful. Psycho though.
No, 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 no. No. This is not how it ends. Please don't tell me that.
I can't help but think he was so fucking cool. The birds too. Oh, are you kidding me?
Fuck you. Fuck you. Why? I didn't think it was gonna make me cry. I'm more pissed than sad, honestly. What? This is not a good ending, guys.
I don't think it was ever meant to be a good ending. They all died, all three of them were linked together and there was nothing else to do.
What?
I understand what I just said. Even though you say it's bullshit, I think it's fitting.
It is fitting. Doesn't mean that is not bullshit.
Wait, the star's gonna fall.
No. Yeah, he died.
See you, Space Cowboy.
Farewell, Space Cowboy.
You're gonna carry that weight. Aww. Endings, man. Endings are not easy.
This is the end.
What a bittersweet ending. Oh.
He didn't want to have that fate. Technically, he didn't. Because...
What? He didn't what?
I mean, the story about the cat who lived a million lives and died a million deaths.
I think if he had not... He said to Faye he needed to go there to prove to himself he was still alive. I think if he had just withered away and... Kind of like the first time he pretended to die, and we kept saying he was the type of character who, you know, would face death and he would be like, well, whatever happens, happens. Like, it's like he didn't give a shit because he lost everything back then, and so he just carried on like a zombie. So I think that when she died, he was at risk of doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Withering away, just surviving, but not truly living. But to finally face Vicious, to get this over with, make sure it's over, proved that he still had feelings, that he was still alive, that he still cared, that there was still something to do. He died with a smile on his face. He had, you know, I think if he had to go, I think he would rather go this way than go, like, by withering away, by losing himself and just waiting for death to happen. He went for it. He chose his ending. He went out like a true cowboy, which is fucking cool. He went out with the last fucking bang. He was cool. In that moment, I thought he was fucking cool. It's sad, but it's fitting. It had to end with the showdown. Like, everything about these three made their lives miserable. And I mean, again, like, we got the flag. I mean, I don't even know, like, the true, you know, the true way it went on the first time. Like, the thing is, the flashbacks, they all show them to us in mixed order, so we don't know.
Was she with Vicious?
And I think yes, because he kind of brought him. It looks like Vicious got Spike into the syndicate, and maybe he was with Julia.
And he met her through Vicious.
And Spike would have, you know, went with Julia, and they developed something which could explain why Vicious was so, you know, pissed at Spike.
Anyone is dead so viciously.
And he basically, he told Julia, either you both die, or I mean, you go there, you go to the graveyard and you kill Spike. And she chose to flee. And yeah, so that would explain why Vicious was so pissed and why she was on the run. Because if she, you know, she was meant to kill him. So that makes a lot of sense. So that makes more sense. It's the whole picture, you know, finally.
Yeah.
But she died in the attempt. She reunited and she died. So I think if he had kept going, he would have been sad for the rest of his life, you know. He truly died in that moment. Like, when she died, he died with her. So what was left, he needed to prove to himself that he was still there fighting, but he didn't plan on coming back. And I think Faye understood that. And even Jet at some point understood that. Like, when he made that joke about the cats and stuff, like, Jet was like, they laughed, which I think proved to him that Spike was still in there. Like, there was still a part of him that was alive. But he needed to do this. And Faye, yeah, I think she cared enough to not want him to go. Like, she wanted him to stay. She found her home, like you said. Like, she figured out
she found something to lean on. And
which I'm going to insist again that she had feelings. Definitely. They connected so many times. Yeah. And he tried to help her. And in the end, she tried to help him. Or, I mean, she needed him. And he couldn't be there for her the way she wanted. He
wasn't there.
He couldn't have been there. So he needed to go.
One eye in the present, one eye in the past.
Because, like, there's no way he would have gone out. He would have survived this. Like, if he killed Vicious and was still alive, the rest of the syndicate would have killed him.
But technically, he became the syndicate by killing Vicious.
Doesn't mean they would have followed him. It's true that he kind of became the boss, but, like, oh, he was such a cool character. The writing this episode, the writing in several episodes of Cowboy Bebop has been great.
Did you prefer this showdown between these two or the one that went in the church?
I think I prefer this one. The one in the church is epic, but this one has a lot more weight behind it. We understand a lot more. So many characters are dead by this point. Like, it means more. So I think I prefer this one. The whole editing with the songs, too, like, makes it more impactful. Mm-hmm. But, I didn't expect him to die. But then everyone just kind of told us, like, the star was going to die. He was on his way to death. Like, everyone told us. It's just that we didn't want to believe it, but I gotta say, like, Cowboy Bebop, there has been episodes where I'm like, the thing is, like, a lot of episodes in Cowboy Bebop are standalone episodes.
Really standalone, yeah.
Which makes it great for when you want to watch a show, you know, casually, when you want to put it on and, you know, check out your phone sometimes and then pay attention. You know, it's that kind of show, which is really good. And whenever there's an episode that's fucking great, it is fucking great. Like, when they nail an episode, they truly nail an episode. But yes. For a reaction, it makes it difficult because we need to find something to talk about after every episode. So we need to connect with the characters that we meet every time.
It's difficult to see character development when it is standalone episodes.
It's harder, yeah, definitely. So for a reaction, we discussed this several times off camera. You know, for a reaction, it made it difficult for us because it's not like we could just keep the discussion going because it was standalone episodes. Every time it was a different adventure, but it makes sense in the context of the show of what they were. You know, they were lost souls wandering around, and they needed to find their purpose. They needed to find their home where they needed to be. Spike needed to confront his past because it was haunting him, kind of like he said with the eyes, which was funny because we thought for sure it was something else.
Did they experiment on him? Like, is he a machine or something that we don't know of?
But basically, like, he lived in an in-between space where he couldn't let go of the past. He couldn't really think of the future. Like, it's just, he was in a dream, like he said, and when he kind of realized what was going on, like, it was already over. Like, his life had run its course. Yeah. So he was lost. Jet, you know, he left a life behind with a lot of baggage and stuff, and he found these broken characters, and he kind of connected them together in the Bebop. Faye, she was lost as well. Ed, she was lost as well. Everyone was lost, and they found each other and supported each other in the Bebop, but they all needed to find the place where they belonged, and I think they all did in a way, even if for some of them it's really sad. So as a reaction, it's difficult, but when we finally get the whole picture, I think it's worth it. I think these last episodes really made the show worth it for me.
They made it well, yeah.
Yeah, I really love the ending, even if it's sad.
Just want to say, though, that I would have preferred to have more of the Syndicate.
We saw them several times.
Well, they were technically there, but more in the background. Like, I mean...
Well, there were episodes where they were at the center. Like, there's not just one Syndicate. So, that's the thing. Like, there were several. So,
but
sometimes
I mean the Red Dragon.
Okay. Well, we saw them whenever Vicious was involved. That they were around. Like, it's just that Vicious is not around all the time. That's the thing. Like, we move on from adventure to adventure. It's them wandering around. They led that life behind. So, if it was all about that old life, the show would be different. You know, they would still be in the midst of their trauma, their background. Instead, they were the ghosts that wandered around space and just survived and did their job. So so I think, yeah, we questioned how efficient our discussions were in the show several times because we didn't know if we did a good job.
Sometimes it did not really make sense. To us?
As a standalone episode, it makes sense.
I mean our discussions.
Yeah, okay, we didn't make sense, but that's because every episode we would be trying to have a discussion that mattered and stuff, but it's difficult to do that when every episode is a standalone and it's only 20-25 minutes. So, but I think with Cowboy Bebop, you need to watch the whole thing, and when you get the whole picture, it makes sense. So the whole thing, you know, takes form, and the finale made the whole journey worth it. And like, I didn't expect to cry, but we got attached to these characters. We loved them. We just didn't really know we loved them, you know? Like, we cared so much, and when it mattered, that's when the emotions came out.
We were in a dream, and when we realized it, it was too late.
Well, I mean, that's what he told Julia, right? They wanted to go to a dream because I think their reality was difficult enough, and realistically, they couldn't go and live a happy life. Like, the Syndicate would always go after them and stuff. So to imagine that they were in a dream where they can be at peace and no one's coming after them was the best way to go for the future, you know? It had to be a dream because it can't exist. It was always going to end like this with them dead. Consequences of your actions.
Oh man,
it's sad. It's really, really sad.
It is freaking sad.
Again, like, you could say that's the life of a cowboy. You know, someone who chooses to live by the gun and chooses to put his life at risk and go after the bad guys. Like, you put yourself in danger over and over again, and you end up in a duel at high noon. It's high noon.
Damn it.
Oh. And then, I mean, no matter what, I'm just fucking glad we finally watched this show, because I've heard of this of Cowboy Bebop since childhood. I've heard about I saw the opening credits on YouTube several times. We never got around to watch it, so to finally go through it with its ups and downs, there are episodes that are weird, but man, when this show is
the
good.
one with the blob and the fridge.
Yeah, but I mean, they're funny. But when this show gets good, it is so good. And you also see how, like, for a show that was made in the 90s, it's ahead of its time. I think they went places where I'm like, wow, okay, you dared to go there and talk about these issues.
True.
Transgenders, drug users. I mean, there was another thing that we talked about recently, the cults, the religion. It's also something that Samurai Champloo kind of did later on. It's kind of revolutionizing the manga, the anime genre, because like we would expect something from an anime and they go in a completely different way. The style of this show is so fucking cool. Kind of like in Samurai Champloo, like the way that they decided to show us the story is stylish as fuck. Visually, it is stunning, and I love the throwback to the older anime style, especially in the animation. Whenever Spike was fighting, I would recognize some moves and some. I mean, it was flowy, like it flowed really well, but I would recognize stuff that I'm used to seeing in really good anime movies or anime TV shows from the 90s and early 2000s. So it's kind of the rush of nostalgia, even though we didn't grow up with this show. It was there. So visually and you know, the art direction for this show is just amazing. For an older show especially, it's just amazing. And the decisions they made, you know, to tell the story and stuff, like mixing all the styles of a cowboy, space, future, but also he looks like he's from the 70s because they never really evolved as a world. So it's the future, but they're still stuck in the past. So it's really well done.
Alright.
I enjoyed it.
So we're done, guys.
You got nothing else to say?
No.
I said it all. I'm sorry.
You said it all.
I do that. Sorry. Oh, but Spike is gone and I'm sad.
It is freaking sad. But yeah, guys, we're finally done with Cowboy Bebop.
I'm glad we did it, and I'm glad we watched it with you.
Alright, so thank you guys for watching this finale part 2 with us. And I'm just gonna say with just one last thing. See ya, Space Cowboy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.